Again, people say we think the record's really dark lyrically, and we don't at all. I think we're all like concerned with making sure that there is optimism inside the record on every track, because I think essentially we feel the lyrics are realistic, and they're not just about relationships with, you know, a lover. It's to do with your relationship to the world and in general how you interact in society. And yes, horrible things do happen. I mean, to pretend they don't happen would be ludicrous. So what we're saying is difficulties occur in everybody's life, but you can always turn it round and get through it. I mean, it's an album of hope, essentially, and or triumph. It's kind of a little arrogant and sort of triumphant.
Yeah, it always bothers us when people describe the record with one word. It's usually dark or, you know, sad or pessimistic. You know, it's always these one-word descriptions, and we hope that it's more complex than that. So, you know, we even hope there's a bit of a sense of humor in there somewhere as well. So, we don't make one-dimensional records, hopefully.
All the songs are personal experiences, but they tend to be triggered sometimes by things, or as you're working on the words, you find ways of tying them into other pieces of movies or books. And the most obvious, I suppose, is when we were working on Paranoid, I had been watching The Conversation by John Frankenheimer, really amazing movie.
C'est un film de Coppola, Shirley, pas de Frankenheimer, mais c'est pas grave, continue.
From that movie, and then the obvious one is The Trick is to Keep Breathing, which is a title taken from a book that was written by a Scottish novelist, a female Scottish novelist, who I much admire, and the book is pretty incredible, and I always wanted to steal that line because it was so incredible. So that was that title was taken from that book, and there's wee bits here and there on everything. There's like in Milk on the first album, there's a tiny little hint of Michael Ondaatje, I confess to, but I think artists always plagiarize. They just, you know, take it and they hide it and mutate it until it becomes their own. All smart people steal.
Your videos change too, they more look like short movies now. And I have to tell you, Shirley, I was really shocked at the last one when you kill your friends with no emotion.
But I get done at the end too.
Yeah, but you had a really good time up until then.
She had a good time taking us out, too, let me tell you.
I went, my flame maybe went down, but I had a hell of a time getting there.
We just liked the treatment, that it was kind of a hyper sci-fi video game and using computer animation, and we spent a couple days actually in these like planes 30 feet up in the air, and they were throwing us all around this room, so it was a lot of fun to shoot, too. And I think you can see it, that the video has a lot of energy in it. There's a certain tongue-in-cheekness to it. You know, a lot of times we don't want to take ourselves too seriously, so we want to have fun with some of the songs and some of the videos.
After doing a video like Push It that was very weird and almost disturbing, I think, we decided it was time to do something maybe a little bit more lighthearted, and so we decided to be in a computer video game, you know.
But Dawn's phenomenally talented. I mean, she's only done something like 4 videos before, and she filmed the whole video. She choreographed the flight sequences, which if you actually pay attention to them, they're phenomenal. And for somebody so young, I mean, I think she's only 24 years old. It's an incredible achievement. She did all her own editing, which again I think is phenomenal, because we've worked with a lot of directors and they don't do their own editing. So I think she's a great talent, and we feel very privileged to have worked with her so early on in her career. So when she does big blockbuster movies, she's guaranteed me a starring role.
And you get to kill everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, but I have a girl-to-girl question for Shirley, but you can...
They like the girl-to-girl questions.
Okay.
Do you want us to leave?
No.
Okay.
Courtney Love said that someone like you, Shirley, could help other girls to be self-confident. Do you sometimes think about that, or you're just being yourself regardless of what your influence may be, especially in girls?
4, 3, 5.
I mean, I'm just being myself, although, I mean, I do think having suffered through a torturous adolescence as a you know, a teenage girl, I think I have a certain empathy for young people, and I don't just mean, you know, a girl. I mean, I think for in general, just I understand that sort of state of mind, and I think I can relate to it and be empathetic. And I think I encourage people to be individuals, and I think maybe that's why people respond to it. And I hope that people look at us as a band and take, you know, stock of what we're doing. Just we're trying to do it our way, and we're trying to, you know, not listen to outsiders and just, you know, eke out our own path. And I think that's maybe a good lesson to, or not even a lesson, but an example to encourage people to be themselves and go after what they want, not what their parents are telling them, not what their friends are telling them, but what they feel inside. I think, if anything, as a band, I think we kind of maybe encourage that amongst our following, if you like. We try not to be too political, though, and think about those sort of things. I mean, I think you could drive yourself insane, but if anybody out there looks at us and feels good about what we do, then I think we feel that we've done something great.